Hi, Terry here, and today I will be making an ice cream cake. We are going to be using two different kinds of ice cream and Oreo cakesters for the middle. I prefer to make my own ice cream cakes, mostly because everybody has different tastes in ice cream, and it's just easier to just pick out whatever type of ice cream you want. You pick out whatever toppings you want, you pick out whatever stuffing inside of it that you want, or filling that you want to put inside, and you can be super, super creative. And you can make it as big or as little as you want, depending on your freezer. My freezer is very small, so today I'll be making a nice little small one that's just enough for the five of us. So let's get to it.
Okay, to make the ice cream cake, you just need a container. I'm just using the storage container because it's a good size. I only need 5 servings, so I'll be using this. Whatever ice cream you want to use, I'm going to use vanilla and strawberry. So you'll do one layer, freeze it, and then do the other layer. And then some saran wrap. It just makes it easier to get out of here. And I use the Oreo cakesters. I put them into the middle to kind of give it a cake and icing middle. First, you have to make sure your ice cream is softened. So you have to leave it on the counter for a few minutes so you're able to scoop it out and work with it. So you just use your saran wrap. And we're going to put this in the bowl on one side and one on the other side and the other way. This way it makes it a lot easier to get out. And then you just spoon it in and smooth it out. You want to make it as thick as you want it to be because I'm doing 2 different kinds of ice cream. I don't want this to be too thick. Plus I need to leave a layer or a spot in the middle to put the Oreo cakesters. You don't want it to be too soft because then it will be melted. And when ice cream refreezes, it will get ice crystals in it and then it won't taste good. So you just want it to soften a little bit. I like to try to do it after I've gotten home from the store and I've left it out for a little bit. Okay, so this is my first layer of ice cream. Okay, and I used the vanilla. I had to fight my kids from eating these on me. And you just kind of push these in, however many you can fit. Should have opened these beforehand. You don't want to push too hard because they will squish. Might cut some of them. These are great because they really leave a nice cakey middle. I think I can put another little piece in there. Okay, so now we'll do the next ice cream. Now if your ice cream is too soft, you will have to put this in the freezer to let the first part harden up before you do the second part. And you really want to make sure you're pushing it down because you don't want to leave air bubbles and gaps and things like that. Nobody wants a slice of ice cream cake with a big hole in it. At least I know I don't. Make sure you wash your hands first. Okay, I'm going to fill this all the way up to the top. Smooth it out a little bit. And there you go. So I will put the lid to the cover on this, just to keep other things from getting onto it. And I will put this in the freezer, and when I take it out, I'll turn it upside down and I'll be able to put the icing on it. I use Cool Whip, and that's that. So it's got to go in the freezer for a few hours. It really needs to get hard. Okay, so this is the first step.
Okay, so it is now the next day. I wasn't able to get to this last night, so it did sit in the freezer overnight. So it is a solid ice cream. So I'm actually going to use the lid to the container as my plate. And now we just have to get it out. So sometimes you have to run it underwater a little bit, but that's why I put the plastic on the outside, because it helps it come out of the container a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to pull it in a little bit just to make sure it's released in case there is any ice cream frozen to the inside of the container. Open up the plastic, and then we're just going to put it over, give it a squeeze, and it pops right out. So I'm going to use this as my plate because I don't have a lot of room in my freezer, and I know this fits in there, so this will work out really well. And this is the beautiful ice cream. So now it's just the fun part. Now is the decoration, and you can be as fancy as you want with the decorations. I'm really not. It depends on, you know, who it's for. But typically I just put the Cool Whip. Sometimes I'll use some jimmies and stuff to put on the top. Let me see if I can find them. Okay. All right, so we are just gonna stir up the Cool Whip, make it easier to put on, and we're just gonna smother it. You know, you can make this as thick as you want. It doesn't have to be quite so tall. You can make them thinner. I mean, you can use any size shape bowl that you have. You can even do it in little cups. I just advise that you use that the plastic wrap so it doesn't stick, so that it comes out nice and easy. Okay. Make sure you get all the sides. I'm not one that likes a super smooth finish, so I like the little waves. I like it to look like it's Cool Whip. It'll freeze nicely too, because you know Cool Whip does well in the freezer, so you know that you can leave it in there and it's going to be okay. And you don't have to put Oreo cakesters in the middle. I've done strawberries and banana. I've done I think just strawberries and banana. I think I did vanilla wafers one time to have like a cookie middle. I do them in spring form pans to make a big one. I'll do them in the bundt pans to make a fancy one. You know, so, and it's a lot cheaper than going out and buying an ice cream cake. And it really doesn't take a whole lot of time. You know, I mean, the most time is just putting it in the freezer and letting it set. And that's it. So I'll just decorate it a little bit. There we go. That is my ice cream cake, and we will be enjoying this tonight. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed my ice cream cake. I hope you try it. If you've never tried to make one, I hope you take the opportunity to do so. Once again, it's just something fun and interesting, and you don't need a special occasion. If you just want to eat something fancy or you're tired of the boring old ice cream, make yourself an ice cream cake. Put whatever you want in the middle. You can put jelly in the middle. You can put Reese's peanut butter cups in the middle. You can put, of course, my mom used to do, she used to take the Teddy Grahams and she would crush them up to make a cookie crumb middle. So that's where I got the original idea. But I like a cakey middle myself. I like the crunchy cookie middle as well, but this year this is what I wanted to do.